Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Dan, I'm the MTG Engineer, and welcome to another Magic the Gathering Arena gameplay video. Today's deck is a Mono Green Stompy list in the Standard BO3. And before we get into the deck here, just a reminder, the timestamps are down in the description, so if you want to skip ahead to the gameplay, you can do so right down there. If this is your first time joining us, thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here. On this channel, we feature a lot of different standard, historic, and other decks in Magic the Gathering Arena. And so if you want to see more content like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. If you like this video, give it a like. And so with all that being said, let's get into the deck. All right, so today's list is a mono green list. So a lot of people have been seeing a lot of Dimir rogue lists in the current meta. So I've seen a couple different mono green lists here. So this is kind of what I came up with here. Looks like this. So we've got so yeah, let's get into what we have here. The one drop slot, we've got Swarm Shambler, 4 copies of Swarm Shambler, 4 copies of Stonecoil Serpent, and 4 copies of Primal Might. So being mono green, you know, we don't really have traditional removal. So we've got different types of removal here. Primal Might is nice. The only one of the downsides, I guess, with this card is it's a fight. That's not the greatest. I mean, it's fine, you know, for green. But I prefer cards like Ram Through here, where you're just dealing damage equal to the creature's power versus fighting. So I mean, it works. It's just I prefer to use Ram Through versus Primal Might. Now, the upside of having Primal Might is you can give your creature more power. And more toughness, right? It's +X+X. So Primal Might, target creature you control gets +X+X until end of turn. Then it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. So the downside of this is it's fighting. The upside is you're getting that bonus, that extra power and toughness of whatever you want to put into it. So again, it's got that flexibility. So which is always, sorry about that. So it's got that versatility, which is always nice, right? So 2 drop slot, again, like we said, 4 copies of Ram Through, 4 copies of Scavenging Ooze, the Scoos here. With so many cards being in graveyards, the ability for the Scoos to eat them up, gain that life, get those counters, always nice thing to have. And one card that I kind of like in these mono green lists is Wildborn Preserver. Again, it's another one of those cards where it comes in as 2/2, but it has that potential to go up and up and up. And again, the reach is nice on this. So Wildborn Preserver, if you haven't seen it yet, 1 green for a 2/2 Elf Archer. It's got Flash and Reach, and it has whenever another non-human creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay X, and then when you do, you put X +1/+1 counters on Wildborn Preserver. So no humans, there are no humans in this list. So that means anytime a creature, and it doesn't even have to be non-token, anytime a non-human creature enters the battlefield under your control, you can grow the Preserver. Now, on that same topic, we do have 4 copies of Lovestruck Beast. So I know I just said non-humans. We have all non-humans. Lovestruck Beast, the Heart's Desire creates a 1/1 white human creature token. So that's the only way we can get humans in this deck. Okay, so we can get those humans off of Lovestruck Beast. However, the flip side of the beast is you get a 5/5. Now, you may not always be able to attack with the 5/5 right away with that token. Having that token on the field. You will have potential game states later in the game where you can get those 1/1s like off a Shawarma. Swarm Shambler. Man, I cannot talk tonight. All right. But that 5/5 for a blocker is a nice size body to have. Okay. We also have 2 copies of Kazandu Monument. So the 3/3 Mammoth that can grow to a 5/5 with a landfall trigger. And then the backside being a tapped green source of land. And then 2 copies of Yorvo. Okay. Comes in, is a 0/0, but when he enters the battlefield, comes in with 4 +1/+1 counters. All right. And then whenever another green creature ETBs, you can put another counter on Yorvo. All right, in the 4 slot, we have Gem Raiser. All right, creature beast, reach trample, but you can mutate it for 1 and 2 green. And then when he mutates, you can destroy target artifact or enchantment and opponent controls. Then we have 2 Turn Timber Symbiosis or Turn Timber Serpentine Wood. And then 2 Great Henges. All right, and then the lands, we got 18 Forests, 2 Castle Garenbrig. So you may think, oh, we only have 20 lands. No, we actually have a total of 24, I believe. Yeah, 18 Forests, 2 Castle Garenbrigs, 2 Turn Timber Serpentine Woods, and then 2 Kazandu Valleys. All right. Then our sideboard got 2 Chain Web Spiders, Arachneer. I'm pretty sure it's Arachneer. There we go. That actually makes sense. Arachnid, Spider. All right. Yeah, that makes sense. So 2 Chain Web Arachneers for if you've got opponents who are trying to mill you. There's a lot of mill running around. Way you counter mill, just have escape cards in your deck that you can just escape. And so when we're in green, this is a card we can escape with. Okay, 4 copies of Garruk's Harbingers for those Dimir lists, 2 Garruk Unleashed, 3 Questing Beasts, 2 Elder Gargaroths, 1 Vivian Monsters Advocate, and then an additional Great Henge. All right, so that's the list. We're going to do a couple of best of 3 matches, and we're going to see how the deck does. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, yes, I will play first. All right. Yeah, we've got a little bit of kind of quasi removal here. So, yeah, I think we'll keep this hand. I think we start off with the Valley. We can get that extra land on the battlefield. Opponent black swamp, okay. Yeah, I don't want to drop Skoos now. If anything, we can flash out Preserver. And do we have removal? Nope, no removal. So we'll drop Skoos. You know what? Let's just go to attack. Let's go to attack first. Yep, attack. The reason I'm a little hesitant to run out Skoos right now, I don't really have anything else in hand. I will run it out, but I will tell you why I'm hesitant. And this could turn out to be the wrong play here, but let's see. Yes, I know I missed out on 1 damage. We're going to grow the Preserver if I'm given the opportunity. If he's going to remove something, you're going to want to wait to see what I do here. Yes, I will take the action. We're going to pay. Okay, now that I've committed is a better window for him to remove it. Okay, which he does. Okay. All right, so he played that right. The reason I was a little more hesitant. So now we're going to grow the Skoos. Oops, no, wrong one. Do that again. Choose my graveyard. Eat up Skoos. Or excuse me, eat up the Preserver. Yup. Go ahead. And so the main reason I was a little hesitant at first, so he's playing Dimir, was Extinction Event. They're both even CMCs. So that's why I was a little more hesitant at first. So it could be if we could turn it into a 5/5. No, we're just gonna hang on to what we have. See what he does. Go to damage. And yep, we'll end. Okay, you got it. Frantic inventory. All right, temple. That's good. Tap land. All right, so he tops it. 3, 4, 5. If I can get a land, I can actually get henge down. But he's most likely holding up a counter. So because of that, what I'm actually going to do we're going to push damage here. If he counters it, see what he does. Okay. Counters, so there's the counter. But that's okay. Because now we can eat it up. And attack. Will end. Three, 4, 5, 6. All right. All right, what else you got, opponent? All right, let's see what we draw. I've got nothing in the yard to eat. So let's attack first, see what he does. I'm not going to worry about mutating right now. Because an extra 2 damage at this point really doesn't matter. Great Shark? Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Unfortunately, then I won't be able to get henge down. That's not a problem. But you know what? What I need to do, activate castle. We'll go 7. Okay, let's get serpent down. I mean, you've got nothing. You're tapped out. So we have removal. Yeah, we have creature removal and artifact removal, artifact enchantment removal, and an artifact. So I've got a decent hand for next turn. Okay, and that's a good draw too. So what I think we actually do is I don't really want to activate castle. So what I would like to do, 1, 2, 3. Let's mutate onto the serpent first. Because if he has a counter, I want to pull it out here so I can get henge down. Okay. Let's try for henge. What's he holding? Brazen Borrower? I mean, if he Brazen Borrows here, that's fine. Then I don't have to show him that I have another serpent in hand. So we're going to wait. We'll go ahead and attack. Eliminate. You got it. So the question now is, do I play this serpent out? Yeah, let's actually go ahead and play it out. I want that card. Okay, Shambler. That's good. So regardless, he was going to take out that serpent that turn. So sequencing really wasn't an issue that turn, I don't think. Okay, so if he has, man, Sharknado, goodness gracious. If he has Sharknado, it's a 3/3. Yeah, so first things first, we're going to go to combat. He's got to protect. Yeah, you know what? Maybe the play here, because I have lethal. I could have mutated onto that for lethal. Alright, so there's Shark Typhoon. Okay, so I'm at least dealing one here. Yep. All right, there we go. So, I think even if I would have... He would have soaked up the 1 damage. So, if he did not have a counter in hand and I mutated onto him there, he would have been at 1. So, he still probably would have conceded anyway, but... I don't know if I'm going to go so far as calling that a misplay. But irregardless, all right, so what we're going to do, Harbinger in, I think we keep Skoos in. I think we're going to take out Shambler. And then, yeah, at least Harbinger. We definitely want Harbinger in. And then I think we want Questing Beast in. We'll drop 1 Gem Razor. And I think we'll drop 2 Primal Mites. And we'll run it back like that. Yeah, we'll run it back like that. Okay, so how did I do that match? One thing I'm trying to do here is look at every one of my games and just kind of evaluate how I played. I think that last play, I don't know if you want to, I don't know if you want to call that a misplay. I think you probably could. I think it'd be fair to call it a misplay. Now before that, there definitely was at least 1 or 2. Okay, so on the draw here. Yeah, I mean, we do have... Boy. I honestly kind of like this hand. Excuse me. But I can't keep it. Oh, man. Then now we have this. Yeah. Yeah, I think we keep it, honestly. I mean, turn 1, turn 2, and then turn 3, an actual beast. That's a good draw. All right. All right, what do you got, opponent? What do we got here? Swamp. Okay. Land. Let's go to attack. You got it. We will Drop another one. Okay. Alright, so when it goes to me next turn, I'm going to attack with the 2 first. See if he does anything with the tokens. Alright. 2 blue. Alright, what do we... Alright, Primal Might. Okay. Forest. I mean, obviously, Harbinger is a much better... I much prefer that to resolve than a Beast. So, we're going to go for a Beast. Got it. Disruption. Yeah, I'm gonna play out the Beast before I play out Harbinger. Okay, Pathway, you got it. All right, Serpent. Garen Brig. All right, let's go to attacks. He could. Shark Typhoon. Nothing. Go for Beast again. Take 2. Resolves. You got it. Nope. We'll finish it there. You got it. Okay. Land, then we can do... Okay, that's a good draw. So... Alright, let's think here. Okay, so I can either do... I mean, I can Stonecoil for 4, Questing Beast, Harbinger, or Yorvo. But if I get another land, I can do both of these on the same turn. So what I think I'm going to do here, I think I'm going to play out Questing Beast. See if it draws, if this draws out anything. Okay, Great Shark. Okay. Nope. All right. So, I mean, he was clearly holding on to that. So, yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's okay. Yep, I'll chump with one of them. We get a land here. Okay, land. So we can activate Garen Brig. We will activate Garen Brig. Yorvo. I cannot actually do that here. Yeah, I can't use that. I cannot use that mana. Okay. All right, good. That resolved. The only thing you can really do is... Only thing that I can think of is Brazen Borrower. Nope. We'll hold back. Now, unfortunately, I mean, these two can trade. I don't want that, but that's what can happen. Opponent, what are we doing here, buddy? All right, Shark Typhoon, you got it. So that's the, is that the first? Yeah, it's the first one. I thought it was the second, but the first one was last match, last game. All right, what do we got here? That's 7. Yeah, we'll take it. Another stone coil. All right, so we'll attack with Harbinger. Again, trying to pull out anything he has in hand here. You could activate the Barons. Could do that. Then he loses a land. If he uses it to block. Shark Typhoon again. Take 2. You got it. Are we going to block, or are you going to let attack damage happen? Or combat damage go to face? What are we going to do? All right, they trade. You got it. Now we could just go... No. No, I do not want to do that. What I was thinking was you cast Stone Coil for 5, then Primal Might for 0 doing there, but then they just straight up trade. So I do not want to do that here. Can I at least have a blocker who can block flyers? Okay, Scry to the bottom. That's good. Okay. And what are we going to do, opponent? Attack with both. You got it. We will chomp here. I don't really want to take 5. I don't want to go down to 8. So we'll just take. We'll chomp. Okay, so if we Primal Might for 5 or 6, what if we do that? If we Primal Might, we could Primal Might for 5, so he's an 11/11. Takes him out, then hits for 11. Now, unfortunately, I can't activate Castle with that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has 6. So he has trample, which is nice. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We are gonna Primal Might for X's 5. If he counters it, he counters it. So if he connects, we take him down to 4. Now he can also activate Crawling Barrens, which is fine. Which if he does that and uses that as a blocker, again, that's still fine. Okay. Yeah, then we'll just attack here. Now he can Shark Typhoon. X is 1. Okay, Heartless Act, that's okay. Yep. Okay. All right, so what do we got now, opponent? So, okay. What I'm trying to think of now, what are my outs right now? Now I'm down to 8. 5, 6. Okay. I need one more land to do Symbiosis. Now, what I think I have to do, I think I have to stay back and block here. Now, he can only be a 2/2. Now, he can activate it twice. Excuse me, meaning once this turn and then once next turn for him to be a 4/4. Yeah. He has 7 lands. Okay. Stone Coil for 7. Counter again. I have to stay back here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3. Yep. If he has Shark Typhoon, he can Shark Typhoon for X is 3. Yep. There's Crawling Barrens. Okay. Again, he's a 4/4. Okay. Yep. So, have to block. Now it's just 1. Alright, yep, that's game. Dang it. Too many counter spells. Too many counters. Alright, yeah, that Great Shark. Alright. What do we need? Gargaroth. I'd kind of prefer to have maybe Gargaroth over Questing Beast here. Okay. Yeah, I do not like the Primal Mites. Yeah, I don't think they work in this matchup. Shambler, I mean, he can. Yeah, I kind of like Shambler. He's not bad. Yeah, I mean, I think we run it back like this. So, you know what? Instead of the Gargaros, let's do 1 Garrick, 1 Vivian. And run it like that. Yeah, that last game did not go very well. Yep, we'll play first. Oh, jeez, that is not very good. Oh, for crying out loud, are you kidding me? Well, yeah, I can't keep this either. Goodness gracious. All right, well, we're going to have to keep this here. All right, so what are we going to keep? What are we going to toss is the question. We have to toss 2. So I think we toss Yorvo. And then I think we toss Stone Coil. Yeah. I think that's what we're going to have to do here. All right, well, now I'm going to need a... Well, I have a land. Oh, boy. All right. Why does it take somebody so long to crack a Fabled Passage? If you're going to crack it now, just crack it now. No, we'll do that. All right, what are we doing, opponent? Come on, man. You got it. Preserver. I am already so far behind the 8-ball with mulliganing twice. I really, really, really am. Okay, come on, man. Your go. Why is your go not even here? What happened? Like, it took you that freaking long to determine if you were gonna counter something or not? Jeez. The freaking wheeze. My word. Opponent who's taking forever to play the game of Magic. We will attack. And our opponent will... end turn. Again, it's the end step. You have 1 blue. Oh, my word. Come on. Sometimes these control players really, really, really just... Oh, my word. The 3rd Lovestruck Beast... Oh, and the 2nd freaking eliminate, crying out loud. Oh, my word. Like I said, the mulliganing twice... I'm already so stinking far behind. Against control, it's a terrible place to be. I mean, it really, really, really is. Okay. I mean, it's all I can do. I have to close this game out. I really have to close this game out. Okay. That's good. So 3 removal spells, 1 counter, and then Fabled Passage in the graveyard. Okay, so if we Fabled Passage, or Fabled Passage. All right. I have to go for it. So I have to go for it. So if this resolves and I connect, that's game. I cannot wait to finish this game out. And apparently neither can our opponent. He just can't make up his mind of what he's gonna do. And what do we got? Timeout. He's gonna use a timeout. Okay. Okay, seriously. Oh my goodness. Alright. Go ahead, opponent. I mean, you kind of had to do that. Like, there really was no choice. Yeah, good game. Oh, goodness. Goodness. That was a close one. That really was. With mulliganing down to 5, that last match, whew, boy. All right. We will play first. Okay, so we're going against Luris. Okay, so the fact that we have... Boy. I'm tempted to keep this because of the Scavenging Ooze. Like, I'm very, very, very tempted just to keep this. I actually think I will. Yeah, we're going to see how this turns out. So since we have Luris, we know we're going to have a lot of, low CMC permanents. So we're not going to cast Stone Coil yet. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait to hold off here to cast either of these guys. Another land. Okay. And regardless, we're going to go Stone Coil first. Mill, okay. We will go Lovestruck Beast. Yeah, I mean, then plus Skoos can eat my... Okay. Alright, so this is... yep. Dimir Mill. Okay. So, already I know what I'm sideboarding in. Alright, Ruin Crab, you got it. Yep. Hold on. What else we got here? Blood Chief's Thirst. You got it. You got it. Primal Might. Okay, that's good. Okay. Yep, we will go X3. Primal Might. X is 0. There we go. Take care of the crab. Those can get out of hand so fast. Okay. Blood Chief's Thirst. You got it. Secret Keeper. You got it. Primal Might again. Alright. I think we're just going to hold off on Primal Might. It doesn't make any sense to remove the Secret Keeper, especially when beasts can't even attack. Okay, mill again. Yep. Another Primal Might. Okay. What do you have in your grave? Not much. Not much of any consequence. Alright, so let's hold off. Yeah, let's say go. We're going to hold off on the Scoos for now. I can't do much other than just eat up my graveyard. Another Seagate Reborn. Okay. Same thing. So, yeah, I can't attack. Alright, let's play Scoos. Can start eating up my grave. We'll end. Of course, into the story. Yep, you got it. So Primal Might is nice with Lovestruck Beast because I can't attack with him anyway. So I can still use him in other ways. I'd much prefer to have Ram Through, but I do not have Ram Through. At least have something else. Ah, dang it. Removal everywhere. I'm doing this for the life gain. My graveyard. Wildborn, you got it. Come on. Just hit resolve all. Come on, man. I got... You can do this 2 more times, it looks like. 2, 3. Okay, 1 more time, buddy. Yep, 1 more. I mean, I got a plethora of options to use here. You got it. Yep. I'm assuming Lurrus is going to come into... Nope, maybe not. Pass. Still no. All right. All right. Well, we are going to X is 0. Here. Yep. All right. So that's 3 Blood Chief's Thirsts. Goodness gracious. Okay. You got it. I don't know how I come out of this one now. Do not know how we get out of this. Alright, let's see what we draw. Yep, no, we're done. Alright, let's go to game 2. Way too many lands that turn. And again, that didn't help when we drew so many lanes in that opening hand. So, Harbinger and... No. Alright, so Primal Might, no. Primal Might is down. We're not having Primal. We can't have Primal Might really in this matchup. There's really no real good benefit that I see. And then we will run 2 Garriks. And then now what are we going to take out? I think we take out... Let's go down the 2 Preservers. Wait a minute. So do we want the Preservers here? Yeah, you know what? Let's keep Preservers in. But let's drop... We'll drop Mammoths. Let's go down to 2 Gem Razors. Yep. We'll see how that one does. All right. All right, opponent's still sideboarding. Okay. Looks like our opponent is ready. Okay, yep, we're going to want to play first here. Again, my goodness. Yep, we'll keep it. We'll keep. I mean, I have a good curve here. Turn 1, 2, 3, and then 4, so... Yep. Really can't argue with that. Is he going to mill me? Mill 4? Bloodchief's Thirst. My word. That's the 4th time he's played that. It's the 4th time he's played that card this match, this game. 3 times last game. Okay. Serious question. Okay. So is it match? It's game 1, game 2, game 3. 3 games constitute a match, right? I think that's how it goes. If I'm incorrect, somebody let me know. You got it. Okay. The question now is, do we go Harbinger or Garrick? You gotta take the 5. Okay. Okay, why would you have done that? You're not running Extinction Event. Even if you have Jawari. Okay, here we go. You know what? I should have done that on Harbinger. That was a misplay right there. Why? Because then I would have been able to look at more cards here. We will go... We're going to go Shambler, actually. Even, and... Boy. That would feel real bad. We're going to hold on. We're not going to play it. In the event he's running Extinction Event, which I don't think he is, but if he sideboarded it in, if he played it now, Shambler's done. There it is. That was why I did not play Shambler there. Unfortunately, I cannot do... Down to 1. He's even. 5. There. There. Pass. So we have even and odd. No. Nope. I'm sorry. Tokens are considered even. That's fine. I can still flash in Preserver. You got it. Yep. He's got 2 open. Pass. And there we go. Cracks. Do we have Drawn in the lock? Is that what we're looking for here? Yep, we are. Okay. All right, so we mutate onto the Shambler, +1. Mutate here. Pay. Over. Garrick plus here. Because of trample. He can take... He can... Yep. Yep. Okay, that was good. I mean, it really helps when you can curve out turn 1, 2, 3, and 4 like that. Really, really, really helps out. Yeah, we're going to run it back. We're going to run it back. Game 3. All right. Yeah, that curve out really, really helped me. Really helped me there. Yeah. You know what? Did I not sideboard in the spider? I don't think I did. Man, oh man. I honestly don't know if I did. So if I didn't, then yeah. I'm getting lucky. I got lucky there. All right. All right, well, game 3, here we go. Oh, boy. I don't know. With all that removal. Oh, my word. I'm honestly really debating considering keeping this. Yeah, I cannot keep that. Oh boy. I do not want to go down to 4. Henge, that, and then that. We gotta. You know what? Let's keep Garrick and then get rid of Ram Through. I just do not want to go down to... Okay. So we will go Lovestruck Beast first. And then turn 2, we can go 2 Shamblers. Come on. Can I go to combat with my 1/1 token, please? Pretty please? Like, really, really, please? I just want to hit you for 1. Just 1. It's just 1 from a 1/1 token. It's okay. You can let me do it. Really, 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 you can. It's okay. It's just a 1/1. I don't have anything up my sleeve. For 1 mana. Really, I don't. Are we getting the rope already? Okay. My goodness. We are getting the rope. What is going on here, man? Did you get a snack? Do you need a coffee? Is that what happened? You can hit. Okay. There's an okay button. You just hit it. And then you get hit for 1. Just like that. See? No harm, no foul. Really not that big a deal. Okay, so what do we got here, opponent? So if I draw a land, the question is, do I run out Lovestruck Beast? Or do I pump the Shamblers? I think I run out Beast. I think that's what we do here. But we're obviously going to have to see what we draw. My goodness, we're really getting the rope. My goodness. So, yep. Well, that's good. You got it. No problem with that. You going to do it again? Oh, perfect. You got it. No issues there. Okay, so that's the 6th. No, the 6th time, I think, in this entire game, at least. It's at minimum 6. There was 3 times game 1, and then at least 1 turn 2. Preserver. For 1, I don't think you can do anything. Another Garrick. That is not what I like to see. You got it. So 7, there's only 2 in the grave right now. Luris, you got it. So if we attack... Yeah, so we're going to hold on to Lovestruck Beast. We're going to play him out. Can't pay anything. We'll decline. We will not attack. Hopefully he does nothing here. We'll see. But I need him to stick around. Nothing. Whiffed. Alright, well that's good. That's good news. All right, what else you got? Nothing. Okay. So, land. Let's go ahead and ram through. Okay. Dang it, that sucks. Again, nothing's gonna happen, so we should not attack there. What I mean is, he's still gonna be at 12 because I'll still hit him for 3. Stone coil. So I have 4. Let's go. Let's try Garrick here. Okay. And we're gonna pass. My word. Alright, what do we got? So he's clearly got something. He's taking a little bit of time, so he found something there. Making a choice. You know what? The way this game's been going, it was probably just the one thing. Dang it. So he can trip to turn that card into drawn in the lock. Shoot. Alright, so I don't know. Alright, what are my outs? So he went from... It feels like he just went from, what do we have, 5? Yeah. So I really can't do anything. So again, even if I attack, 3 gets through, but he has lifelink and blocks 1, so he's still at 12. And then I just lose a... I lose a token. So I can't attack. Now what he could do... Yeah. It really doesn't make any sense to try and pump my preserver, because again, once I get to 7 cards in my grave, he gets -6. I mean, obviously, I'd rather get the Serpent down, because the Serpent can't touch Lurrus. Or, excuse me, Lurrus can't touch the Serpent. So, let's actually try to run out Garrick. Yep, you got it. And... 5 instants and 2 sorceries in the graveyard. He shouldn't attack. He really shouldn't. But he's taking forever. Okay. So he can cast that next turn. Okay. Well, that's fine. You got it. We're going to go so tiny here. It has flash. So let's just take the 6. You got it. All right, we're going to go 5 again. The thought was to run out Preserver. Nope. But let's see if he attacks with Lurrus. Extinction event again, even. They're both odd. Dang it. Two Preservers. So I can go down to 2. But then I gotta get a way out of it. I gotta draw a way out of it next turn. Alright, so we're just gonna run it down to the wire. We're gonna see what happens. Yeah, and he has... Gosh darn it. Nope, that's game. See if he messes it up. Probably not, but... Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You can pay whatever you want, but it doesn't really matter. You're still dead. If I could pay 2, then I can make it 4, but we're just going to decline. But we're going to take you out and then block the 3 damage there. Oh, for crying out loud. Well, there you have it. That was not a good game, that last one. Really was not. So, yeah, well, you win some, you lose some. What can I say? So, all right, well, I'll see you guys in the wrap-up. I'm tilted. But I'll see you in the wrap-up anyway. All right. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. There was my version of Mono Green Stompy for best of 3. So we had 2 matches. Man, now I'm really trying to remember what that first match was. Oh yeah, Grixis Control. I believe it was Grixis Control. Yeah, both control matchups. I think. Yeah, both were control matchups. Yeah, it's fun deck. Man, I really have to get better making tighter plays. I just feel like I have a tendency to just go. I tend to be a very impatient player, and that is something where that's definitely one aspect where I got to get better at in my game. And as you can also probably tell, I get salty pretty easily. So needless to say, yeah, those are a couple of areas of my game that I got to work on. But I feel like mono green lists are better suited for best of 1 matchups and not best of 3. But honestly, when you're paired against black, playing mono green regardless, it's going to be a tough matchup anyway. It's going to be a tough matchup for you anyway. We barely made it out of that first game, those first few games, and then those last games, especially when you got a mulligan down to 4 or 5, you're already starting off so far behind. It's really hard to catch up, especially when you have no draw power. I mean, the only draws you have are Great Henge. You know, it's really difficult. To come back from anything. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. So mono green's a fun archetype. So anyway, yeah, so with that being said, I hope you guys liked it. Throw me a like if you liked the video, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.